In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make this solid granny square. You can see it's yet to be blocked just by the rippling on the edge and how it's not perfectly square. That's totally fine. This is normal, so I wouldn't worry too much about it when you finish your square right away. However, I would highly recommend blocking these before you continue with your project. To make this solid granny square, I'm going to be using 8-ply acrylic yarn. I'm just using this pink color for part of my project, and it's just leftover yarn that I had. I'm also going to be using a 4.25mm hook. I would recommend anywhere between 4 and 4.5, and then also a pair of scissors as well. So to start, I'm going to do a slip knot. From here, we're just going to chain 3 as well. 1, 2, 3, and then in that first stitch we've just done here, do a slip stitch, just like that. Now from here, we're just going to find the center. It can be very tricky. This here isn't the center with this hole you can see right there. That's the first stitch that we went into and did the slip stitch. So that's not the center. The center is in here. It can be a little bit hard to find, but just do the best you can. So before we go into that center, you just want to chain 5. So that's 1, 2, 3. There we go. Then what you want to do is go into that center hole. I'm going to try my best to find it here. Yarn over and do 3 double crochets in that center hole. So your project so far should look like this. You've got your 5 chains on the outside here, and then the 3 double crochets in the middle just here. That's how it should be looking. And then what you want to do is chain 2 for your corner space, yarn over, and then go back in that center hole again and do another 3 double crochets. Once you've done those 3 double crochets, you want to chain 2 again, and then yarn over and go back in the hole again and do another 3. This is your 3rd size now. Just keep that tail out the way as well. But yeah, this is now your 3rd side of the square. And then that's my last double crochet here. So now you can see here we've got the 3 sides, just like that. So from here we want to chain 2 for this last corner. Now that chain 5 we did is counting as 1 double crochet here. So the 3 chains here are double crochet, and then the final 2 of that 5 is acting as the corner. So for this side of the square, because that's already 1 double crochet there, we just want to go back in and do another 2. So this would be our 2nd double crochet for this side, and then that's our 3rd one. So it should look something like that. And then from here, to finish it off, we just want to do a slip stitch, but do a slip stitch not in any of these stitches, just in the gap here between the chain 3 and that first double crochet on that side. So just do a slip stitch, just like that. So your project so far should be looking just like a square there. You can see we've got the sets of 3 double crochets on each side with the chain 2s in the corner. So now that we've done the center square here, we're going to start working on this next outer square as well. So chain 5, this is what we always do to start a new round. We always chain 5, just like that. And now go back in and do 2 more double crochets. So we've done the chain 5 here to start, and then we've done an extra 2 double crochets. As we work around, this first chain that we've done will act as one of the double crochets for this side. So although it might not make sense now, it will add up when we make it all the way around. So you've done your chain 5 and your 2 double crochets here. Now we're just going to be doing a double crochet into each of these stitches along here. So we should have 3 double crochets to do on this row. Okay, so that's the first double crochet here, your second, and then the third. Now the corner pattern is always the same. We yarn over and do 2 double crochets into that corner space. That's our second there. And then we chain 2 and then do another 2 double crochets in that same corner space. That's our corner pattern throughout this whole tutorial, just like that. And now work double crochets into each of these stitches here, just like we've started with. And then once you're at the corner, follow that same corner pattern. So we're finishing off this last side with those double crochets in each stitch. This is my final double crochet in that stitch. So now we're at the corner. What we want to do is, because that chain 3 is already acting as 1 double crochet on this side of the chain 2, the rest of the pattern that we need to complete for this corner is just the 1 double crochet. So do a 1 double crochet in that corner. So then that works out to the 2 double crochets, that chain 2 in a part of that 5 we did at the start, and then the other the other 2 double crochets we just did in that corner before doing the stitches ones. Hopefully that makes sense. But then from here, once you've done that last double crochet in the corner, you want to do a slip stitch in between that chain 3 and that double crochet. We always do slip stitches in that gap, never in the actual stitches. And there you have it. There's your second row. So now we've done that first center square. We've done that second round. Now we're going to be doing this third one. So from here, we are just going to be following the same pattern yet again. So chaining 5 on this corner spot, and then do 2 double crochets in this corner space still. And then after that, we're going to be doing double crochets into each of these stitches. So that first round, we would have only had 3 stitches to do double crochets in. However, now you can see it's grown to 7. So each round, it's going to be increasing. I haven't done the math on exactly how many per round, but so far you can see 3 and then 7, and then it will just keep growing out. Now, I'm going to finish off the rest of these rounds because we're following the same pattern that I just ran through before, doing the chain 5 to start, the 2 double crochets for that corner, and then doing a double crochet into each of these stitches, and then the corner pattern, which is 2 double crochets, chain 2, and then another 2 double crochets, and repeating that all the way around. Once you finish this side, those stitches, those double crochets into these stitches here, you're then going to do 1 more double crochet in that corner to finish it off, and then a slip stitch. And you're just repeating that until you get to around this size. Now, I would recommend only doing, you can see here, I've done the 4 rounds. So not including this square, I've done 4 increasing rounds like that. This is a perfect size for this tutorial. You can, if you prefer, just increasing this. If you have a project you would like larger squares for, potentially a blanket or something along those lines, but I would always recommend doing anywhere between 4 or just 5, just for the size of them. So I'm going to finish off the remaining rounds until ours looks something like this. So I've just finished the last double crochet in the stitches along the side, and then what we're going to do here to complete that corner is do that 1 extra double crochet in the corner stitch, just like that, and then do the slip stitch. So here we have the final square. But to finish off this square, what we're going to do is just chain 1 to fasten that off, and then you can cut the yarn. And there you have it. And there you have it. There's our solid granny square completed. That's the back there as well. You can weave this end tail in and then just cut that off. And then if you're making a blanket or something with these squares where you're connecting it to another, you can just weave over these tails here at the end. That way they'll be nice and secure. You don't have to worry about weaving them in now and then joining up the squares. You might as well do them both at the same time to save time and effort. But yeah, there we have it. I hope this tutorial has been helpful for you to make your solid granny square. If there is any other projects you would like me to do a tutorial on, please let me know. But I look forward to seeing you in the next one.